Okay, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of One Legged Luthier. This is going to be episode one of Can We Fix This Chibby? This Chibby was given to me by a good friend of mine, and he had ordered a Chibby, came in, it was broken. He contacted the seller. The seller was one of the more reputable sellers that you deal with counterfeit chibbies. Um, and they sent him a new guitar. And, from China, they're not going to ask for the other one back. Imagine how much that would be to ship that back. So he gave me the broken guitar. And this wasn't so much of a headstock break as it was a decapitation. It was very blunt. And there wasn't a lot of surface area to glue. I did a glue up on it, and it failed miserably. It didn't fail right away. It snuck up on me and just dropped. So then we move on to part two. Part two will be splining the headstock, gluing it up again, splining it again, or splining it, and attempting again to repair the headstock. If that fails, we will move on to part three, which will be the neck removal. But here's part one, and watch me fail miserably. Here is the Black Beauty. It's got an ABR1 style bridge, small post. So, you're looking for big posts that tell you that it's not a Gibson. Well, there's small posts. The other part, nibs. This thing's got fret nibs. This has got traditional Gibson fretting. Traditional Gibson frets. And then, like a real Gibson, it's got a broken headstock. And you can see it's broken off. It's pretty horribly broken off. So that's where it's broken. We're going to try to do a glue up on it. I think we're going to have to use rubber bands. But we're going to try to glue it. And I don't think it's going to work. And then the next, what we're going to try to do is a shim job, splines. We're going to cut splines in the headstock, cut splines in the neck, and put splines in it. And then that's why I'm trying to save it, because it has the nibs. This would be a great guitar with better hardware, and we'll see if these are fake humbuckers or not, like the last one had in it. But this is looking pretty nice, and it's just broken. And we're going to try to fix it. So we're going to start now. All right, guys, here we are. We got the Chibby all glued up. And all we're going to do is sit here and wait. Oh, we're going to leave it sit overnight. And we'll come back in the morning, and we'll see how it does. This is step one. This is just a simple glue up. We'll see how it goes. If this does not work, then we'll be back for part two when we'll put splines in the neck. And since I don't have a jig for cutting splines, I'm going to do them by hand with a belt sander. So we'll see how that goes. And if that doesn't work, part three will be heating up the neck with an old clothes iron, cutting the finish, and heating up the neck, loosening the glue, and taking the neck off and replacing it with a. I'll buy one on eBay or Amazon, a cheapie, and we'll do it from there. And then obviously once we get this structurally fixed, then we'll start modifying it. We'll put better pickups in it. We'll put better electronics in it. And we'll turn it into a monster. And then we'll throw it up on eBay and sell it to the highest bidder. And all the money goes to feed kitties at Griffin Pond. So that's what we're doing. Right now, it's hurry up and wait. All right, here we go. We're going to take the clamps off and we're going to see how this works. One clamp. Two clamps. It didn't fall off. Didn't fall off. You believe this? Tight bond to the rescue? This is what we're looking at. It's held. It's not moving anywhere. I'm actually bending the neck. Look at this. Do you think that we shortened our video series in one shot? Can I just put the nut on here and go? Could this be? All we can do is find out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to glue the nut back on. We're going to string it up and give it a try. Okay, here we have our glued up joint where the neck was repaired. We're looking at it here. What we're going to do is fill this with a little black CA glue and hide this because we're going to try to do a full repair. But if, as I said, if the repair doesn't work, then we're going to move on to another step. But so far, this is holding immensely. This is not. It's not moving. Here's we're trying to get it to move. We're trying to get it to open up. It's not. So we're going to fill it with little black CA glue. I can only show you what I'm doing, and I've only got one hand here because I gotta hold the phone with the other. But this is where we're at. We're filling. I gotta get more glue. There we go. We're filling the crack with black CA glue. Just to hide it. What I'm doing is I'm squeezing. I'm trying to squeeze glue out with my pinky. Here we are. We're filling this crack. the finish, the crack in the finish left over.
24/7 365. Smile.
From the glue up.
SubHub members can get any footlong for just $6.99. All your favorites packed with crispy veggies and fresh sliced meats. Great bread, great meats, great sauce, great deal. Use this code in the
This is insane. I don't believe that held.
Eat fresh, feel good.
I thought that was too shallow of a
Now get control of your Zyrtec 5 milligram, a flexible low dose of 24-hour.
I thought that was too shallow of a break. That there wasn't enough surface there to glue and to make it structural. I really didn't think it was going to hold. So, let me see where we're at here. I think that's about right. Let me put the lid back on the glue here. There we go. And that's just black cyanocrylic glue. I got it off of Amazon. I didn't buy the expensive StuMax stuff. Now we're going to spray it with some activator. We're going to spray it with some activator. This is just my regular super glue activator. And there we have it. And that's our crack. We're just going to dress it a little bit with some fine sandpaper. And then we'll adjust this nut, because this nut needs to be, it's not the nut from the guitar. I don't know where it went. But this is a nut blank from an old acoustic or something. It fit perfectly, except for just a little bit on the edges. I'm going to adjust that. And, all right, we'll be back. Oh, I'm kind of bummed out. This was really strong. It was hanging on. It was really nice. And, yeah, it's just too shallow of a repair. There's not enough area here to glue to get this to stay on. And all I did was bump it, trying to unmask it. Because I sat in the back of the neck, and I unmasked the tape, and a little bump, and she popped right off. So yeah, we're gonna go. Next step will be trying to sand out. I can't necessarily do splines. I don't have the right equipment for that. But I am going to remove material from both sides of this break and put new material across it. Kind of like splines, more like wedges. And then we'll have to sand down the wedges on the sides. and repaint the neck. We're going to try that next. And then we'll be razoring all this off here. Every joint. And heating it up with an old clothes iron and releasing the glue and removing this neck. That would be step 3. And replacing it with a new one. Which I really don't want to do because, man, they did a real nice job on this. My buddy donated the guitar, so he got this from Kathy's Guitars on the Alibaba. And they are one of the more reputable dealers with the Chibbies. I know, yeah, reputable and Chibby don't, 2 words do not go together. But, man, that is really nice work. And the small post ABR1 bridge. So I'm going to try to save this neck. But there's not a lot to save. Yeah, and I just went and glued that nut in and really made it fit nice. And a lot of work for nothing. Maybe not. We might be able to fix this yet. One more try. That's it for this week.